Welcome to Roleplaying Eldoria and our love of storytelling.
Welcome to the fourth episode of Tipsy Tinker. I'll have to apologise now, the first 5 minutes don't have a video because one of the cameras wasn't working in this episode. However, we did realise after 5 minutes and started recording, we have the audio for it, so I'll put some pictures up that sort of match. Like that makes it a little bit more interesting, but it will kick in eventually. The great news is that I think the players have finally found the plot. I don't know whether you've been noticing as the stories have gone on that Keith's been putting clues, lots of storytelling, but there actually have been clues in the other 3 episodes. Don't know whether you picked it up, but he does like to put clues as well as a lot of detail so the players can't quite work out which is which. I hope you enjoy.
Tipsy Tinker, Episode 4, by Joves, the plot.
We're basically, you're still in the main bar, but people have been dribbling in and out. And obviously there's been comments too, it's getting colder outside, more snow. The big group hear their noise of talk, occasional laughter. You can see down the hallway, food and drink is being brought into that room down. Okay, during the afternoon, some strangers who you haven't seen before come down the stairs. They look like they're not serving staff there. So they're obviously guests who have been staying up. It's an elderly man who's dressed very well-to-do in what he's wearing, a lot of brocade on his gown, very black and silver what he's wearing, so it's indication that he's from Sard, because men there tend to wear a lot of black and silver clothing as a tradition. And with him is a girl, maybe somewhere between 12, 15, you're not sure, who's wearing a black and silver dress with him. And
does his garment suggest rank or privilege?
Doesn't suggest the rank of it. It's not a military, but certainly it would be that he was from a noble family.
So he's a patrician.
Yeah, they tend to wear black and silver, the noble families. Yeah. If you got closer, he's got some kind of embroidery on as well that might
be the house, yeah.
Yeah. And they sit down. He orders across at the bar that if they could have food brought to them. Farlene disappears down the hallway where the cooks are usually going back and forth. She brings out a book, and she's reading a book in front of him, basically, not to him, but while he's seems to be busying himself counting coins in a bag he's got and that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over and say hello. Habut Hafut. I'm a travelling chef.
The young girl smiles when you come over, being a small fella. Mm-hmm. And the older gentleman speaks for. He's got grey hair. And he says, "Listen, fellow, my good sir, your accent, not from here."
No. Nothing, yes. You have a very good ear.
Yes.
The other one's a bit...
Myself and my niece here are currently travelling through the mountains. We hope to get away tomorrow, but they tell me there's a lot of snow coming in. We may be further delayed.
Yeah, the weather's not looking good. I hope you have a good tongue, because I want to know restaurants, food, where have you been and what has been tasty?
Restaurants?
Yes, inns, places to eat.
Well, if there was one place I would consider, it would be in Gablehead. It's called the White Rose by the Spring.
Thank you.
It's you've been to Gablehead before at all?
No.
Okay, it's actually a very built on a very sloped hillside, almost a mountain, they say, and there's lots of circular aqueduct type things that fall down the mountainside, and it's towards the top where the Loran temple is at the top of the hill. This is my niece here, Sarah. She looks over her book and nods.
Educated, okay. Well, thank you.
She has a great education, and I am endeavouring to take her to see her relatives on the western coast of Sard, who she has not seen for a long time.
It's good to see family.
Her father and mother died a long time ago, and she has other younger people in her family who are her age. I thought she should get to see as well.
Very wise, very wise. Well, thank you. That's all I wanted. Is there anything you would like to know from me and my travels?
Well, as I said, I'm not really a person who's into different foods and things like that. Have you been through Laziria at all? I'm always interested in the land of the elves.
Not really. We had a skirt around Shalrendal that way.
Yes, I've had some of the relatives of our family have set up in the crownless lands there.
Well, they're brave.
When the Elven King went and allowed people from Sard and Elkia who'd helped in their old wars to settle there.
They're very brave people.
Why would that be?
It's dangerous.
Dangerous. Oh.
There's no...
I know that they say that it borders upon the goblin-kind realms, but I wouldn't think it was that dangerous. They say they've been at peace for years.
Yeah, peace is peace, but they're goblin kind. They only know war and violence.
The girl looks over a book and she says, "It is true, Uncle. It is very dangerous. I would not basically stay there if I were you, and I would warn our family members who stay there to retreat from the place before their deaths are met." Needs to have, you think, an attitude beyond her years. So you have a discussion with Brisson Fallow, the older Sardian gentleman, and his ward, Sira. She tends to basically keep on reading the book she's reading. He talks to you mainly saying about how his family lives in the lands to the north of Gablehead, and that he's looking at, as he said, perhaps retiring soon to the west coast of Sard, where his family originally started from. And maybe he'll sell those lands as well that are on the Gablehead lands.
There's been lots of drama with this war, hasn't there? That happened.
Well, yes, they accused Karakan of basically being in league with the Church of Sirith.
Well, that's a pretty big
now it's
accusation.
Lord Darvin is now the person who's in charge of the Caslan Council, and he's doing great guns at basically resurrecting the way that the government of Sard works.
Interesting choice of word there. Yeah.
He says, "Well, of course, we're officially still at war with Elkia, but there's no battles happening. There's just people guarding the borders now." And
that's good.
We did actually join up with the Elkians and help at the end of that battle to defeat some of the legions of Sirith. And so, really, although we're still on war footing, Lord Darvin is trying to basically have put together a council to discuss things and to wind all these conflicts down.
That's good.
I've been to a couple of the meetings of the Caslan Council and listened in on them.
As this is being discussed, and while I can hear this, I've simply gone to the front door of the inn, opened it.
Cold breeze.
Cold breeze, looking out.
It's snowing as in, down at an angle.
Well, sniff the air.
Cold.
Test, because say you're used to being in the mountains and cold, just generally doing prognostication type things of weather and what's it going to be doing tomorrow and things like that. And satisfied or not, as the case may be, I then get back inside.
Okay, just make a perception check at 20, since it's blizzarding a lot out there.
You see someone being murdered in the distance. A pure coincidence.
No.
You just see the snow there. You can see a figure in the snow walking basically. It may be coming from the stables in a nearby.
Yep.
You can just see the silhouetted figure in the snow.
Yep. As one does with people in the snow. Mm-hmm. So go back into the tavern.
Yep. Again, there's only a few people. The halfling is sitting with the two Sardian people. As I said, the girl doesn't really engage in the conversation a lot. She's got a nose in her book. But Brisson, the older gentleman, seems quite happy to tell you, but maybe you sense maybe a bit of pompous braggading about his family and things like that.
Okay.
Of herbs, but they're all dead at the moment. There's stones that go to a little table that's at the back that says, it's like a little wooden rough table, and it has three benches around it sitting there in the garden. You can see there's steam coming from the stone bathhouse, and you can see there's a young lad at the moment who's coming out with a few buckets, and he kind of nods to you as he comes out going towards the back door. You can see in the dim shapes as well, beyond the stone wall, there's a gate that goes out beyond the garden, and there's there's two big trees out the back there.
There's that guy in your town? Is he struggling in the...
Oh no, he's just got two empty buckets. He's obviously bringing hot water from the kitchens.
Just between the two little houses.
Yep.
I'll go towards the hedges.
Okay, not hedges, it's just stone wall.
Oh, so
Yeah, and it's only about so high. It's got a gate that goes into like beyond the gardens, but there's 2 big trees outside the stone wall.
okay. Check out the 2 big trees. They're like really green
Okay.
this time.
Can you make a Constitution check? Constitution check at 15.
You got R plus a lot because of the what's it called? 6 conditional. 16 on the roll.
16
problem.
plus whatever it's going to get.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
Racing.
Not
Racing.
yet.
Whoa.
Still got
I
some.
think it's called Heart of
Air.
Lion.
So you're at the stone wall. You can see again that there's wooden trellises that used to have plants in, but this time of
I'm
year
used
they're
to
all
this.
dead. There's lots of pots, clay pots here and there and things, and the wooden gate has just got a latch that opens to the back garden.
You check out the.
Well, it's not a garden; it's just like where land keeps going beyond the walled-off garden.
Can you hook back around to the front from this place?
On this place, there's this gate that goes outwards, and beyond that, you can see it looks towards where the big ridge is silhouetted in the snow. But that's about a mile away. And there's another gate that would give access to the stables the other way.
Okay, just walk past.
So there's 2 gates that open into this area.
Go past and go towards the stables, stay near the property.
Yep.
Because I'm just waiting for dinner.
So yeah, if you're walking near the stables, you can see
My dog can help me find the way back.
Doug the dog, who's kind of really shivery.
He's got
Hair.
heavy leather on.
My dog has hair.
Yeah.
Yep, and can you just make a Constitution check at 16?
Oh, yeah. 18.
Not a problem.
Plus.
Bracing. Bracing.
He's used to this walking out in the freezing.
Okay, while Callum is going around outside, anything you guys want to do?
No, just make like idle chit chat with
Yep.
the people.
Well, eventually Nellie's come to the back to say your baths are ready if you want to go out there, so I'll just leave Nigel inside here.
With the 2 Sardians.
The Sardian nobility.
Are there still people in the back room having their business conversation? Or is that a thing of the...
I know they've, while this is happening and he's gone out, they've come out right, and they're all talking about how bad the snow looks, right, but they're going to head out anyway. They live in the farmlands nearby, and they're going to go down basically to their farms.
Crazy.
Nellie's telling them, "Oh, don't go; it's too cold." And they said, "Look, we know the way. We've lived here for years, they've spent enough time here, basically, and they've got a base. They just want to know." You hear the conversation with Nellie saying, "We just want to know that there's a fellow called Silas Thrain. He was supposed to be here today, so that's why we came up here. If he turns up, send the message down to one of our farms."
We can
Just as they're about to leave, does any one of them have a walking stick or a
I don't know.
staff?
2 of them. One has like what looks like a staff, and one has like the staff he's got looks like it's very intricately carved and it's shod. The other one's just got what looks like a stick.
Which of you 2 gentlemen has the farthest to walk?
Okay. That would be Dale Trillip, who looks the youngest of them. He's of Trillip Farm.
And so of the 2 who have
sticks.
sticks, so one of those is him?
He's got the just the plain stick that's not actually made to be a staff or anything like
That's
that.
fine. If you would allow me, and I hold the top of the staff, and I mumble and I do various gestures, and I cast light on the top of his staff.
They're amazed by you. A Siavati.
Yes. Now,
We did not know. We thought we were just we have many
Should-
clerics we've met, but very rare for us to meet, especially out here, a Siavati cleric.
you've got something that may be seen in the snow. This will last for several hours. Be well and be safe.
Excellent. I will lead my gentlemen to their farms. I'm the longest. I will take the staff at the end, basically, to my farm and lead us all with this wonderful lantern that you have given us. Thank you. And one of them basically gives you a purse of 10 gold pieces for your church.
And for my church, I thank you.
And they go, ooh, it's a bit cold. Some Nellie's brought some extra cloaks and things from the place from the wear, and they're going off into the snow.
Crazy people here.
No, locals. They're locals. They
Like,
do
that
know the
wee guy
way.
with the mask was walking around in the snow.
I thought he was
And
with
the dog?
you.
No?
The fellow with the dog, he's with you.
No, we just walked in at the same time.
Oh.
I saw him on the walk.
But that mask, excellent idea.
Yes.
It keeps your breath warm in front
But
of
you
your face.
got this.
How long you
Yes,
keep knowing
you
the
can
snow?
put- You can put
How long
put
until
herbs
dinner's
in.
ready?
Oh, dinner's ready.
To keep it
Let's
as a
see.
plen-
Make 2 more rolls then before dinner's ready.
Okay.
So one at 17.
Oh, natural one on that one.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, turns to ice. Falls over.
You lose a hit point
Take
It's
1
fine.
damage of.
and roll a 1 at 18.
No, I'm not.
You lose another hit point.
Going back inside.
Fuzz off a toe.
It's just like one toe there, one toe there.
Oh, you come in
After that natural
bit
one.
cold, and yeah, you're having to really warm your fingers because they feel like they're going blue. And the dog's kind of going, master, shaking a bit.
The winter dog is fine. He's got more rugs than I do.
But as you're coming in as well,
Very
it is
good.
dinner is being served, and tonight they're actually serving a roast leg of lamb,
Ooh,
carving it
can't
up
wait.
between everyone.
They're serving salad.
After this long walk, it's this delicious meal. I can't wait.
Deshawn comes out and personally serves yours
Oh, I can't wait. It's going
and
to be
says,
tasty.
"I've added some
Salt.
traditional
Salt.
Den Haven creamed sauces.
Ooh, I heard
There are
about
6
this.
here, made different
Cream
ones,
special
basically
mushroom.
different
She's
ones,
got
different flavours. One's kind of like equivalent of Dijon mustard. The other one is equivalent of like hot English mustard, and the other one is like a creamy mushroom sauce.
Okay. I must try them all over my stay.
I hope they're salty enough for you.
We shall see.
And that food's being served around, and there's these tureens being put there, and the different sauces and attachment and accompaniments to the meal. Shanive and Glonding come down, again just in their normal clothes. They join the whole party. Basically, the people who remain here, Nellie sits down as well. The 2 fellows are there. There's that one person who's still one of the farmland people who's been sitting by the fire. He's come as well to join the table. So everyone's at the same table, long bench that's there. Brisson fellow still talks more about his holdings and family life there. His niece Sarah kind of seems to be looking at him as he's going and talking, looking at getting eye attention with you guys and going back to her book.
See, how was the meal?
The dog. You think that especially the accompanying sauces are brilliant.
Excellent.
Leading over to the entertainers, any performance tonight?
We didn't particularly do one, but we may be able to do something special for a small crowd.
Ching, 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 ching.
Every performance an audition, and every audition a performance.
Shanive looks at Glonding. He explains something in Ysurin to her, and she kind of says, they get up and they're going up the stairs. She says, "We will return when we have we are attired better for our performance." And Brisson and Sarah are the first to leave. He says, "My young niece needs her sleep," so they leave first to go upstairs. Shanive and Glonding do come down.
Yes.
And they do perform for the small groups that there. He plays on a small harp he's got. She doesn't dance, but she has a good singing voice as well, and she sings along with him. And they request anything.
She's not doing any of the floating?
Not doing any floating. Hasn't got slippers on either.
Didn't notice the slippers, just sort of.
Gradually, as the evening's wearing away in the main room, people are drifting away in 1s and 2s. As I said, the fellows went first. The guy who's been sitting by the fire talks to Nellie, and he's saying, yeah, he can actually stay in a chair by the fire for the night because he can't go home. The kitchen staff, the gnome comes out and is just talking with the serving staff at the barkeep, and people are just starting to break up.
If I have an ability to have a quiet moment with Nellie,
Yeah.
the
She's polishing cups at the bar.
the fellow
a few
who
different aspects.
is a local but can't get home tonight,
Yeah. That's Woodford.
do you have any spare rooms? that you might put him up in?
Well, we can. We'd probably give him opposite you guys. There's another dorm, and we just put him in that dorm.
I push coins towards for the cost of the lodging for him.
No. He's a regular here, and he's told me that he's happy to stay by the fire. But we're happy to do as you say, and give him a bed for the night.
Then I shall take the coins back.
They're my coins.
Mine.
So basically, after the conversation winds down with Shanive, really talks through Glonding all the time, and she basically, the conversation with her is how she loved travelling through Larn and Eltia, basically after leaving Byalas 5 years ago with Glonding. Right, and certainly, basically, as you're talking there, it's getting pretty late, etc. Hours have gone by. The old guy, Woodford's gone up, and Nellie's taken him up to bed and told him where he's there. So you're left with Shanive and Glonding, who are basically looking at nearly time to turn in. When suddenly, right, the front doors open, right, snow comes billowing in, cold wind. Nellie gets up as though she believes, like, suddenly the doors have just been, wind has blown them open. But there's a figure in the doors. And staggering into the inn, Nellie looks forward and she's going, Gifford? Gifford, is that you? It's looks like a lad of about 15, maybe 17 years. He's in peasant clothes. He staggers in. He's covered in snow and like he's staggering as he comes in. And you notice as he walks in, right, he puts his hands up, and you do notice his front of his tunic has got blood splattered across it, and his hands are dripping red in blood. And he goes,
"This is a problem."
He just staggers forward, goes to his knees. Nellie runs forward. Some of the other innkeeper staff run forward, and you hear him call out that he's dead. Master Trillip's dead. He's been killed.
Thanks for watching. Hope you found the clues or picked the clues. Subscribe and like us if you can. See you next time. Bye.